this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
With no fees or minimums on checking accounts, it's no wonder the Capital One bank guy is so passionate about banking with Capital One. If he were here, he wouldn't just tell you about no fees or minimums. He'd also talk about how most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. Yep, even on weekends. It's pretty much all he talks about, in a good way. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One, N.A., member FDIC.
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. Coldwater Creek's authenticity is embodied in every piece, embracing its confident spirit that carries through to today. Discover Coldwater Creek clothing, designed to fit your life the way you want. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you? Welcome to Stuff You Should Know from HowStuffWorks.com. This podcast is brought to you by Audible.com, the internet's leading provider of spoken word entertainment. Get a free audiobook download of your choice when you sign up today. Log on to audiblepodcast.com/stuff today for details.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. I'm Josh. This is Chuck. Nothing?
I'm here.
All right.
Sorry.
Chuck is here,
I wanted
believe it or not.
to keep everyone in suspense.
Yeah.
Is Chuck here?
Yeah.
Is he not?
Well, all we needed were the violins.
Right.
Chuck, you watch Criminal Minds?
I don't.
Do you watch Private Practice?
I don't.
Biggest Loser?
No.
What about, okay, this is the fourth and last network. What about Till Death?
I never even heard of it.
Okay.
I watch comedies. I watch cartoons.
Well, Till Death is a comedy, but
Oh, sorry.
had you watched any of these shows, had you been a big fan, on Wednesday, September 24th, you would have been very upset.
Because they were all preempted, I bet.
They were all preempted. Already, you're well aware that the economy is in the toilet.
It is. It's headed that way.
And all you want to do is sit back and watch your favorite celebrities lose weight, or watch Brad Garrett, tussle verbally with his wife, or
Right.
Whatever Private Practice does. I'm not fully aware.
Right. Practicing private things.
Exactly. You want to escape through these, and all of a sudden, here's George Bush laying it out there. This is a president who's avoided using the word recession in public, and all of a sudden he's basically white-knuckling
Right.
the podium with the presidential seal in front,
Right.
saying we're all going to die.
Maybe he just wanted to skip straight to depression just for kicks.
I guess,
Avoid recession.
Avoid recession, go right to depression. I don't know that he used the word depression.
No, of course not.
But he may as well have.
Right.
It was bad. He said our entire economy is in danger, was one quote from that very great address. Unusual, rare.
Right.
He doesn't usually do this kind of thing.
Right. I think he should have followed that sentence up immediately with good luck to whoever's coming next.
Exactly. Yeah. So long and good luck, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So this is kind of a big deal, and I think Bush addressing on a Thursday for no other reason than to tell Americans that the economy is in danger, it kind of really made it a bigger point. And the reason he went on was because he was trying to garner public opinion for
Exactly.
the Paulson plan.
Right.
Also known as the $700 billion bailout.
Yeah, a.k.a. just the bailout, I think people are calling it.
Bailouts, yeah.
That's the word on the street.
It is. And it's not hyphenated for our listeners. It's not two words. It's one word. This is AP right here, okay, not us. So he's on there. He's talking about the bailout. Why would he care? Why would he care what Americans think? I'll tell you why, Chuck.
You didn't even let me answer, but yeah, sure. Go ahead.
He has earlier that week, it looked like Congress was going to pass it. Everybody was patting one another on the back for bipartisanship. You remember?
Oh, yeah, it looked
House,
rosy.
Senate, Democrat, Republican. The leaders are saying, we're passing this, right?
Yeah.
And it starts to go into the House, and they bring it to a vote. And all of a sudden, these rank-and-file Republicans stage this revolt. And they're like, hey, how about this? We've got another plan, and it's nothing like yours.
Right.
So ultimately, the House defeats the bill.
Sure. 228 to 205?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Man,
I think it was
good.
exactly that.
You were really good.
It's right here in front of me.
A memory like a bear trap there, Chuck. Okay, so the House defeats the bill. It looks like it's sunk. There's people, screaming in terror, dogs and cats living together,
right.
Mass hysteria, right?
Yeah.
And Bush has already played his one ace in the hole by addressing the nation. The only thing next he could do would be like to kneecap somebody, maybe a figure skater on public television to get our attention.
Right. Who would do that, though?
I don't know. Terrible, terrible. So it looks like the bill's defeated, and all of a sudden here comes the Senate.
Right. On the white horse.
Exactly. Now, the House is usually kind of the congressional body that's known for shouting down things and, trying things on the sly. And the Senate's supposed to be wise and sedate and calm.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they're taking up a failed House bill, basically.
Right.
Sweetening it. Like they attached a very popular mental health bill. Did you know that now healthcare providers have to treat mental health like they treat physical maladies?
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is good, which is one of the reasons why they put it in this bill, so it would pass.
There's also a lot of pork in there, though. I heard
There
complaints.
is. Manufacturers of wooden arrows that I think Boy Scouts favor get some subsidies out of that.
Yeah.
And then there's the extension of expiring tax breaks for the wealthy.
Right.
Although there's also some tax relief for the middle class, new tax relief in there.
Right. And I know the one important thing they did was raise the FDIC's insurance coverage for people's banks accounts.
Yeah, which is huge because banks like Wachovia and Washington Mutual are going under.
Right.
And I mean, these are neighborhood branch commercial banks where you keep your money. And all of a sudden, oh, wait, the bank's front door is locked and it's, 2 p.m. on a Tuesday.
I was one of them.
Really?
Not one of the banks, but one of those institutions. I'm not going to divulge too much, but yeah I was worried there for a little while.
That's good. Well, I'm not going to name my bank either, but I'm very confident in it. Recently purchased Countrywide, among other things. So I'm feeling pretty good about my bank.
Which is your under your mattress?
Let me knock on wood there.
Yeah.
I don't want to tempt the gods. Okay, the Senate takes up the bill, and they add the sweeteners, and they cough up Senate Amendment 5685, which is the Paulson plan with the mental health bill, the FDIC increase.
Paulson Plan Plus is what I like to call it.
That's a great name for it.
You should have called it that.
This is the same day. They passed it the same day that they took this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Congress never acts this fast.
No.
Even more amazing, 2 days later, the House gets it. That day, they pass it. I think they passed it at like 12:30, and they started deliberating on it at 10 in the morning. They passed it 2.5 hours later.
Yeah, I wondered when it happened if, no one really knows this probably, but if it was the sweeteners actually, or if the House kind of ended up with some egg on their face with the first vote and realized that everyone was really freaked out by the fact that they defeated it.
Well, I think, number one, I think Bush's address actually did have a real impact. I watched a lot of CNN. I actually watched CNN live as the House was voting on this amendment. And there were a lot of congressmen or congresspeople who said that they switched their vote because the calls that they were getting from their office changed from, I don't like this bailout package to you've got to vote for this bailout package.
Right.
And that actually changed votes. And you can probably directly link that to Bush, looking very tired and haggard and scared on, Wednesday, September 24th.
Right.
So I think that's one of the reasons why the House actually passed.
My uncle's a former congressman. I should give him a call and see what he thinks about the whole thing.
Where is he from?
Yeah, he was a congressman in Tennessee, two or three terms, I think.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good for him. Okay, so it passes, right?
Right.
And it's actually no longer a $700 billion bailout. The bailout $700 billion, but this bill actually hiked it up to an $810 billion bill. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
All that
what's
additional
an extra
sweeteners and tax breaks?
$110 billion?
Yeah, like it matters.
Right.
And the weird thing is taxes these days. You don't really feel a pinch. Like you think about the government shelling out $700 billion. How are we going to feel that pinch?
Right.
And actually, for every American, that's I think $2,300 a person.
Really?
For every American, taxpayer or non. So we're going to feel a pinch somewhere.
Right.
Or are we? let's get into this bill, Chuck.
Okay,
let's get into the meat of it.
Let's do it.
So you want to lead off with what are some of the things that are inside? I see by you baring your teeth. Are you cool?
Well, no, I know that it's that one of the things they signed off on was an immediate $350 billion. They kind of did it in stages, which I'm no economist, but it seems to be kind of the smarter way to go.
Yeah.
$350 billion up front and taxpayer money. And then the newly created Office of Financial Stability, which we hope it ends up living up to its name.
Yeah.
Another another $100 billion after that, and then another $250 after that. But both of those need approval by Congress.
Yeah, and I think the first one, the $100 billion, has to get approval from the House, and the second $250 billion is contingent upon Senate approval, I think. But either way, yeah, Congress has to approve these, and they'll approve them if this whole thing's working.
Right.
I don't see them saying no, though.
No, I don't either.
I mean, I think in for $350 billion, in for $350 billion. You know?
Right. Plus, it would kind of be a sign that, hey, we did the wrong thing by allowing this first $350 billion. So I don't think they would do that either.
Yeah, I agree.
Time will tell.
I agree. So, like you said, this bill establishes a brand new office. We're going to have a brand new office.
Right.
Like you said, the Office of Financial Stability. And this is led by the Treasury Secretary. Not necessarily Henry Paulson, but whoever is the
Well, they
Treasury
just named,
Secretary.
actually, yesterday, the new bailout chief.
Oh, really? Who?
Yeah, you don't even know this.
No, this
breaking
is
news.
breaking news here.
Yeah, his name is Neil Kashkari. And this guy is 35 years old.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in charge of doling out the cash.
He's overseeing the Office of Financial Stability. He was previously a vice president at Goldman Sachs. And before his career in finance, he developed technology for NASA space missions. So this guy was clearly doing things in college that I wasn't doing.
Yeah. At 35, that's not a very long existence on the planet.
But he seems to be a sharp guy. So.
Okay, so we have a brand new czar of economic stability, I guess.
Yep,
then.
fresh meat.
And what this? Oh, I'll bet you he ages 20 years over the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So basically, what this guy's going to be in charge of, essentially, is buying up terrible investments that banks and investment banks and other kinds of firms have on their hands.
What a weird job.
It is a weird job. It's never been done before, as far as I know. Basically, there's certain types of investments that can be bought, and all of them are related to mortgages. You've got like mortgage-backed securities. I think collateral debt obligations would be purchased under this, and mortgages themselves, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because this is actually one way that it could directly benefit a homeowner. One of the provisions in this act is that when this guy, what's his name again?
Neil Kashkari, I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
Let's call him Kashkari.
Okay.
When Kashkari is negotiating with these investment banks and other people to purchase their bad securities, he's going to try to force down their throat restructuring of the mortgages.
Right, the Hope for Homeowners Act.
Yeah. Now, the big problem with that, and what it is it's basically congressional support for restructuring loans.
Sure.
Knocking down the principal, which is pretty radical.
Yeah.
You borrow $400,000 for a house, you can't afford it, and all of a sudden, we're just going to pretend like you only borrowed $200,000.
Yeah.
That's huge. The thing is it's a voluntary program. I think you probably get tax rebates or write-offs if you're a company or a lender that engages in this. But you can't force anybody to do it.
Right.
If the U.S. government actually owns your mortgage, chances are they're going to be very hesitant about foreclosing on you.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, that's just a huge pain.
Right.
But number two, they actually have a vested interest then to keep you in your house.
Right.
Okay? The reason being, if they can stem the tide of foreclosures, then the market starts to come back up. And these mortgage-backed securities and mortgages themselves increase in value.
Yeah. All of a sudden they're worth more, and the plan works.
Right. So if the government buys your mortgage, you should probably thank your lucky stars.
Right.
This is all theoretical. None of it's been put into practice yet.
Right.
Which is, I think, why a lot of people are kind of nervous about this bailout, right?
Right. I know I am. I do know that foreclosures, actually, nobody wins in foreclosure. It's not like, because I did some research. Actually, I wrote an article on it last year, and it's not like banks foreclose on people and they're just, we kick you out of the house. Banks lose money too.
Sure.
But, like we've mentioned before, the mortgage-backed securities, sometimes the banks don't even own that house. They turn around and sell it to securities and it gets fractured off. And so maybe that's kind of where the problem started.
Well, you know who does win in a foreclosure? Someone who's renting right now.
Right.
If you are a renter and you don't buy in this climate, you're a total sucker.
Yeah. It's probably a good time to buy, huh?
Oh, it's an excellent time to buy. It's like a fire sale out there. I've said it before, I'll say it again.
Right. Get your act together, buddy. Get in a house.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay, so that's not the only thing that this Kashkari is going to be doing. This guy's got a lot of responsibility. I'm not sure he knows what he's getting into. And frankly, I have to say, I find it a little fishy that Henry Paulson is one of a former high-level executive at Goldman Sachs, and he taps this guy.
From Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, and you could say, well, he knows him, he's worked with him, he
right.
respects him, but
I believe
I
he
don't
already
know
worked
that I like one investment bank being so entrenched in this bailout.
Actually, I think he actually worked in the office, in the Treasury office. He was previously with Goldman Sachs, but, I know what you mean.
I gotcha. Okay.
His influence.
Is he like Paulson's protege or something?
I don't know. Maybe.
Kashkari.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's other things that Kashkari is going to be in charge of, like when the government purchases $300 million or more of bad investments from a lender, whoever, they automatically take a warrant in your company.
Right.
This is a non-voting block of shares, just common stock shares, right?
Right.
And this is actually really ingenious, Chuck. You want to tell everybody why?
Well, I don't know why.
Let me tell you why, all right?
You're the econ master.
This is straight from Kashkari to me to you, okay? Actually, that's not true at all. We should probably cut that part out. The reason why it's such an ingenious provision is because no one has any idea how to value these mortgage-backed securities.
Right.
I read an article with a guy who is like this expert at valuing a stock that you found in like your grandfather's closet from 1923 or something.
Uh-huh.
This guy could value it. This guy and everyone else is totally lost at properly valuing mortgage-backed securities and CDOs and just all these other bad investments, right? So whatever price the government sets to buy these at, it could be way too low.
Right.
So if you are a company selling this to the government and you end up experiencing a windfall profit from the sale, which you're not supposed to be, the government's covered on the backside because they own shares in your company now.
Right.
So if you experience a profit, your price per share rises, and the government gets something out of it because they own those shares.
Right. And in theory, ultimately, the taxpayer, it would come back to us. I'm not holding my breath, but what we want is for this bailout to work.
Yeah, and technically it could work. I mean, if you think about it, right? If the government buys up $700 billion worth of mortgage-backed securities or mortgages or whatever, and all of a sudden the market stabilizes because of it, and maybe over the course of a couple of years, maybe a decade, who knows, the market comes back into full swing, these things don't just disappear. They don't just vanish. The government's not going to take these securities and throw them in a furnace. They're going to sit on them, basically.
Sure.
I think, as Bush put it, the U.S. government's the only institution large enough to buy these and sit on them for a while.
Right.
And then once the market rises, these things increase in value. When the government sells them, and if they sell them well and not flood the market with these things, then we should, as taxpayers, see a windfall from that.
Right.
I mean, even if the combined value of all these things doubled, and not all of them are worthless. There are some good mortgage-backed securities out there still, but they just have a bad name and no one wants them.
Right.
When they increase in value, I mean, even if they double, that's $1.4 trillion.
Right.
From the sale. And half of that being pure profit. That'd be pretty good.
It would.
Whether that happens or not, it remains to be seen.
Right. You know what I think would be interesting is if all of a sudden they put out this big plan. Bush says we're the only institution big enough to do this, and all of a sudden, like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett stroll up behind him and say, "Not so fast. We've got our own plan," and they just bought up, $800 billion worth of bad investments.
Well, Warren Buffett's been on a buying spree right now.
Well, of course he is.
It's not just a good time to buy a house or foreclosed house. It's a good time to buy stocks.
Yeah.
So again, it's like fire sale out there.
Sure.
It's crazy. But yeah, apparently, from what I understand from watching the recent second presidential debate, is that Obama may tap Warren Buffett for Treasury Secretary.
You know, I would be all for it.
It makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
Yeah. So, anything else in this provision, maybe of the golden parachute ilk?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I know probably made a lot of people feel a little bit better is the famous golden parachute. A lot of times when companies go under, like the big Enron thing, you remember the executives are the ones that come out on top, and the investors lose all their money. Mm-hmm. These executives get these huge payouts at the end, and just kind of sneak out the back door and buy their island, in Bermuda. And I know this calls for no golden parachutes. These big multi-million-dollar severance packages are not going to happen.
No, and specifically, your top 5 executives. Any salary over $500,000 can't be deducted as an expense.
Right.
So that, in theory, should limit companies from doing it. There's some problems with that, though.
What's that?
That's just your top 5 executives.
Right, sure.
Another problem with it is that the cap, there's already a cap that exists, but it's at $1 million. Mm-hmm. You can't deduct any salary over $1 million. So really, for a major company, all it's going to be is $2.5 million in lost deductions, which is nothing.
Right.
Plus, second problem. The other problem, this is the biggest problem. There is no provision in the golden parachute clause of this law, the bailout bill, that says anything about stock options. So think about it. You let an outgoing CEO go. You're like, you did a terrible job managing, but here, take all these stock options.
Right.
And we're going to value them at today's terrible market price.
Right.
Just hold off a couple of years. The market's going to come back, and you cash in your options, and you're just richer than an astronaut.
Right. That's. I'm glad you said that because I didn't even know that. But that's what I was just about to say. Is the way these guys operate. I had a feeling there's always some back door where they get theirs.
Yeah, and they will. Like there's not going to be any way of going around it. The only thing I think that we can hope for is that there should be widespread investigation and probably criminal lawsuits against a lot of the people who are running the show.
Yeah, I think this will be under the microscope more than other little quieter bills that go through.
I think so. I think so too. So if you want to know anything more about this, I would strongly recommend you exercise your civic duty and read How Will the Government Spend the $700 Billion Bailout Funds on HowStuffWorks.com. And stick around to find out one more reason why you shouldn't wear a Bluetooth headset. But first, Chuck, a message from our sponsor.
Hey everybody, get this. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals and 130 million decision makers. And that's where it stands apart from other ad buys.
Yeah, for sure. You can target your buyers by job title, industry, company, role, seniority, skills, even company revenue, so you can stop wasting budget on the wrong audience.
Yep, that's why LinkedIn Ads generates the highest B2B ROAS of all online ad networks. Seriously, all of them.
And get this, if you spend $250 on your first campaign on LinkedIn Ads, you get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/SYSK. That's linkedin.com/SYSK. Terms and conditions apply.
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. Coldwater Creek's authenticity is embodied in every piece, embracing its confident spirit that carries through to today. Discover Coldwater Creek clothing, designed to fit your life the way you want. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Josh, what's the first reason that you shouldn't wear a Bluetooth headset? I know you don't like the way...
Awkward fashion look. I'm just going to say it. It's my personal opinion. I know a lot of people like them in
Well, you're
hand,
styled right out of the preppy handbook, if I may say so.
I do my best.
Which is good. That's a good look.
My sister used to have that when I was growing up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, did you really?
Yeah, I used to read it on the John.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool book, if I remember correctly. She also had How to Speak Like a Valley Girl, I think.
Yeah, I skipped that one for sure.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
The name of the article is How Bluetooth Surveillance Works, and apparently, if you wear these things, people know where you are.
So how, Chuck?
Well, if you have a Bluetooth headset and you have it turned on, from my understanding, you can get blue-jacked. Is that right?
Blue-jacking.
Yeah, blue-jacking is the term. And it emits a signal, and other people with Bluetooth can actually tell where you are. So if you're into privacy, then,
if you're into privacy, make sure you read How Bluetooth Surveillance Works on HowStuffWorks.com.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com. Let us know what you think. Send an email to podcast@HowStuffWorks.com. Brought to you by the reinvented 2012 Camry. It's ready. Are you?
You see it instantly. It's Coldwater Creek, the mark of exceptional workmanship and signature touches inspired by a Mountain West heritage. Distinctive styles created from quality fabrics, silhouettes perfected with just the right drape, feel-good fits offering ease of movement, and thoughtful details to elevate your look. Coldwater Creek's authenticity is embodied in every piece, embracing its confident spirit that carries through to today. Discover Coldwater Creek clothing, designed to fit your life the way you want. For a wardrobe you can count on season after season, visit coldwatercreek.com. Shop the new spring collection at 20% off $75 or more with code IHEART20.
Ever feel like your bedroom's shrinking? Don't worry, you don't have to sell your favorite things to make space. With IKEA Bedroom Storage Solutions, think dressers, wardrobes, full closet systems, even storage boxes. You can keep it all. Your vintage band tees? Safe. Those limited edition sneakers? Plenty of room. And yes, your childhood teddy bear gets a spot too. Don't sell what you love. Store it instead with IKEA Bedroom Storage Solutions. Shop now at ikea.us/bedroom storage.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.